Hey, what's going on, Dodgers Nation? D-Mac here. You can follow me on Twitter and Instagram at DMac_LA. When will the MLB lockout end, and what is going on with the MLB, PA, and Major League Baseball owners at the moment? We're going to get into that in just a second, but quick reminder for all things Dodger baseball all off-season long, be sure to hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell so you don't miss anything, and if you want to see us post even more Dodgers content, smash that like button. Really helps out the channel. And as always, I want your takes down below in the comment section. Today's Dodgers Nation question of the day: which side are you on, the players or the owners, when it comes to the MLB lockout? And when do you think the lockout will end? Let me know down below. And for all latest Dodgers news, head over to DodgersNation.com. So based on what we're used to, it's been pretty cold here in Los Angeles. It's colder than Rob Manfred's heart in Antarctica. And currently there's a cold war going on between the players and the owners in Major League Baseball. The lockout is still going on, and you've probably seen this right now. Major League Baseball, they went full petty wop. They replaced all the players' faces with gray faces and all the official team websites. And look, we're a couple weeks into this, but when it comes to the negotiations in this lockout, it feels like we're just getting started.
Hey, this is just the start.
Now, the good news is a lockout has never led to missed games. It's about negotiations at this point, and right now the two sides, they still have to hammer out all the key issues. You've got the service time structure, you have the expanded postseason, you have the competitive balance tax. Those are the major issues when it comes to this CBA, and the last CBA, the players felt like they got a bad deal, so they're trying to make up for that. And then you've got the owners who aren't happy about what happened in 2020. They also want to try to make as much money as they possibly can. So it is very contentious between the two sides. It always has been, and really until they get down to business with the core economics, they're not going to make any progress. So the big question is, when will the two sides begin discussing core economics? Well, yesterday, Evan Drellich of The Athletic, he reported that the two sides, they don't expect to discuss core economics until January. Here's some nuggets from his piece from The Athletic. In Evan Drellich's piece is a lot of really good nuggets. He says the parties have had some communication since the owners started the lockout December 2nd, and a small in-person meeting is planned for Thursday to discuss areas outside of core economics. There's 30 subjects in collective bargaining, but they will not touch on the core economics until the first of the year. A union source said Wednesday that since the sides met in Texas and the days leading up to the lockout, the union hasn't heard from the league on any key economic issues. Now, the union hasn't reached out on those issues either, but the MLB PA's lead negotiator, Bruce Meyer, made clear when the lockout started, the union felt it was incumbent on Major League Baseball to issue the next counter-proposal. We've attempted to follow the usual process making proposals, Meyer said December 2nd. We made a major proposal in Dallas this week, which in our view gave the league significant economic benefits. The league chose to not make a counter, but we stand ready, as Tony said, to continue negotiating. Commissioner Rob Manfred said in Texas that the league did make a proposal, one that, if it had been accepted, I believe would have provided a clear path to make an agreement. But the union does not agree with Rob Manfred's statement. It goes on to say, but the union was adamant that was not the case, with Meyer calling it a proposal to make a proposal if we would in advance agree to drop a number of key demands. So look, I get it. It's December. It's the holiday season. Maybe you wait until the first of the year to really get down to business with this. And Bob Nightingale, he said that they were setting February 1st as a soft deadline to get a deal done, so that way it wouldn't impact spring training. But look, in my opinion, based on what we saw in 2020, how bad it got between the two sides, I'd rather they just lock themselves in a room and not leave until we saw the white puff of smoke come out of the chimney and we have a new CBA, we have a new deal done. So I think that's the most important thing, because the longer you put this off, the more pressure you put on the two sides. And look, we've seen these two sides not budge, not give an inch, and I think that these negotiations negotiations are going to be contentious at some point. We know that they want expanded postseason. We know the players have issues with a lot of the core economics that impacted them in the last CBA. So really, I just hope that at this point, we don't see them fighting in the media. We don't see them posturing through stories, through Jeff Passan and John Heyman, all these stories, because look, no one cares when it comes to billionaires arguing with millionaires, right? We just want to know that the season is going to be intact, that we're not going to miss any games, but that doesn't mean that the lockout isn't having a big impact on the Dodgers right now, because yes, it really is a formality. It is a business move, and these guys are trying to find a way to get a new deal done, but at the same time, when players are rehabbing, they don't have access to the trainers, to the facilities. Players like Dustin May that are trying to make their way back after having Tommy John surgery, they're impacted. So just imagine you're trying to rehab from an injury and you can't communicate with the team's training staff or have access to a lot of the facilities and everything that you need to try to get back on the field. That has to be very frustrating. And then there's some potential problems with players from other countries and losing their visa status. So that's another issue. And then we look at free agency, just roster construction in general. It's going to delay the process of signing free agents, making trades, things of that nature. But if you are the Dodgers, the fact that you did lose Corey Seager, you did lose Max Scherzer, and then you were linked to players like Freddie Freeman, Carlos Correa, we've heard their name linked to players through trades. Maybe this does give them some more time to try to see who they truly want to pursue, who they really want to invest in, who do they want to give up. So maybe the Dodgers could find a silver lining in this lockout, but the bottom line is we need baseball back. We can't afford to lose any games because, look, at some point, if you go deep into the season, you miss some games, you're going to lose fans, and fans are going to be very frustrated and very upset. And at some point, you do make irreparable damage to your sport. Now, I think when it comes to baseball, they realize the severity of that. They can ill afford to lose any games. And look, let's be honest, the optics are always terrible when it comes to a lockout. No one wants to see billionaires arguing with millionaires, but me, I do side with the players because right now in Major League Baseball, there's too many teams that aren't trying to be competitive. There's too many teams that are tanking. Remember, these teams are all owned by billionaires or billionaire ownership groups, and I think you really need a salary floor in this league because there's not enough teams that are trying to be competitive compared to other professional leagues around the world. So that's just my opinion. I definitely side with the players in this one. I think that you have to come to an agreement. I think you have to give up certain things, and when it comes to leverage, the players are going to have some more leverage the closer you get to the season because the owners, they don't want to miss games. But we'll be following this story very closely because we want this lockout to end so we can fill out this rotation, make these signings, and make these trades. So be tuned into the Dodgers Nation YouTube channel. I'm actually going to drop some more vids where we take some deep dives into the core issues that they're fighting over in the MLB lockout. But for now, all you need to know is that nothing will get done until they start discussing these core economic issues, and that won't begin until January. But let me know down below in the comment section, who do you side with, the players or the owners? Let me know down below. And when do you think a deal will get done? Do you think we're going to miss any games? On a scale of 1 to 10, what is your fear factor right now that we'll miss games in Major League Baseball this season? But let me know down below. My name is DMAC. You can follow me on Twitter and Instagram at DMAC_LA. Quick reminder, be sure to subscribe to the Dodgers Nation YouTube channel for all latest Dodgers news, rumors, high videos, podcasts, and more. Hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell, and if you want to see us post even more Dodgers content, smash that like button. For all latest Dodgers Nation merch, head over to gearup.la. Download the new Dodgers Nation app for my Android and iPhone users. For latest Dodgers news, head over to DodgersNation.com. And until next time, think blue, bleed blue, and I'm out.